So guys, welcome back. Today we are going to read. I'm very happy to see you. Well, not to see you, but to be with you. Guys, today we are reading a book that is called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Before this, I have to say sorry because you can't see the full screen because of the camera, but because of that, I'm reading this to you, okay? This book is not just a literary classic, it's part of the American imagination. It established the America's vision of childhood. Twain reminded adults that children were not angels, but fellow human beings, and perhaps all the more lovable for their imperfections and bad groomings. In every reading, guys, we will have some activities to hand in. Those activities are going to be part of your grade, and also they are going to help you to improve your reading comprehension, okay? Here we have the activities before reading. You have to find the underlined words in your dictionary. They are all in the story. Another activity is to put those words in the blank spaces. The words are help, kill, and tore. The next activity is to answer those questions. You can read them by yourselves. And at last but not least, you have to match these columns and also to find the underlined words in your dictionary, guys, okay? So it's time to pause the video so you can do the activities, guys. Now it's time to start with the introduction of the book. One Saturday afternoon, Tom wanted to have an adventure because he didn't want to think about Injun Joe. He went to Huck and said, "I'm going to look for treasure. Do you want to come with me?" Tom Sawyer loves adventures. He has a lot of adventures at home, at school, and with his friends. He has one adventure in a cave. But why is he there? What does he see in the cave, and why is he afraid? Mark Twain is a famous American writer. His name was Samuel Clemens. Young Samuel lived in Hannibal, Missouri, a small town on the Mississippi River. He loved the river and he liked watching the big boats on it. Samuel loved adventures. He worked on boats on the Mississippi River for 2 years. Then he went to Nevada. He looked for treasure, but he didn't find it. He worked for a newspaper there. His stories were in the name of Mark Twain and people loved them. Later, Samuel lived in New York. His book, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, is about a young boy in a small town in the 1800s. Huck Finn is his friend. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is about Huck's adventures. These two books are very famous. Today, many people visit Hannibal because they want to see Mark Twain's home and the Mark Twain cave, the cave in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Chapter 1. The Fence. Tom Sawyer lived with his aunt because his mother and dad were dead. Tom didn't like going to school, and he didn't like working. He liked playing and having adventures. One Friday, he didn't go to school. He went to the river. Aunt Polly was angry. "You're a bad boy," she said. "Tomorrow, you can't play with your friends because you didn't go to school today. Tomorrow, you are going to work for me. You can paint the fence." Saturday morning, Tom was not happy, but he started to paint the fence. His friend Jim was in the street. Tom asked him, "Do you want to paint?" Jim said, "No, I can't. I'm going to get water." Then Ben came to Tom's house. He watched Tom and said, "I'm going to swim today." "You can't swim because you're working." Tom said, "This isn't work. I like painting." "Can I paint too?" Ben asked. "No, you can't," Tom answered. "Aunt Polly asked me because I'm a very good painter." Ben said, "I'm a good painter too. Please, can I paint? I have some fruit. Do you want it?" "Okay," Tom said. "Give me the fruit, then you can paint." Ben started to paint the fence. Later, many boys came to Tom's house. They watched Ben, and they wanted to paint it too. Tom said, "Give me some food and you can paint." Tom stayed in the yard and the boys painted. They painted the fence 3 times. It was beautiful and white. Tom went into the house. "Aunt Polly, can I play now?" he asked. Aunt Polly was surprised. "Did you paint the fence?" she asked. "Yes, I did," Tom answered. Aunt Polly went to the yard and looked at the fence. She was very surprised and very happy. "It's beautiful," she said. "Yes, you can play now." Tom walked to his friend Joe Harper's house and played with his friends there. Then he walked home again. There was a new girl in one yard. She had yellow hair and blue eyes. She was beautiful. Tom wanted to talk to her, but she didn't see him. She went into her house. Tom waited, but she didn't come out again. Chapter 2. In the Graveyard. One morning before school, Tom's friend Huck Finn waited for him in the street. Huck didn't have a home, and he never went to school. People in the town didn't like him, but Tom liked Huck. Huck said, "Let's have an adventure." "What can we do on our adventure?" Tom asked. "Let's go to the graveyard at night, at 12 o'clock," Huck answered. "That's a good adventure," Tom said. "Let's meet at 11 o'clock." Then Tom went to school, but he was late. The teacher was angry. He asked, "Why are you late again?" "I'm late because I talked to Huck Finn," Tom said. Then the teacher was very angry. "Sit with the girls," he said to Tom. Tom sat near the beautiful girl. He was happy. He looked at her. "What's your name?" he asked. "Becky," she answered. Tom smiled and said, "My name's Tom." The teacher was angry again. "Tom Sawyer, stop talking. Go to your place now," he said. Tom went to his place. At 12 o'clock, Tom and Becky didn't go home. They stayed in the schoolyard and talked. Tom said, "I love you. Do you love me?" "Yes," Becky answered. "Good," Tom said. "Then you're going to walk to school with me every day. Amy always walked with me." "Amy," because Becky said angrily. "Do you love her?" "No," Tom answered. "I love you now. Do you want to walk with me?" But Becky was angry with Tom. She walked away and didn't answer. Tom was unhappy. He didn't go to school in the afternoon. That night, Tom went to bed at 9 o'clock, but he didn't sleep. At 11 o'clock, he went out his bedroom window to the yard. Huck was there. They walked to the graveyard. They stopped behind some big trees and talked quietly. Suddenly there was a noise. 3 men came into the graveyard: the doctor, Muff Potter, and Injun Joe. Injun Joe and the doctor talked angrily. Then Injun Joe killed the doctor with a knife. Tom and Huck watched. Then they went away quickly because they were afraid. They went to Tom's yard. Huck said, "We can't talk about this. Injun Joe can find us and kill us too." "That's right," Tom said. "We can't talk about it." Tom went in his bedroom window. He went to bed, but he didn't sleep well. Tom and Huck didn't talk to their friends or Aunt Polly about that night because they were afraid of Injun Joe. Later, some men went to Muff Potter and said, "You're a bad man. You killed the doctor." Okay, guys, so this is the end of chapter 2. Here we have the activity after reading. You just have to answer those questions. Guys, remember to read the book by yourself out loud, okay? Acuérdense de leer el libro en voz alta. So, I hope you enjoy it, guys. We miss you a lot. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. And I think that's everything for today. Bye, guys.